Relax, my viewers. Welcome to Super T Sage Advice. Something's on my mind. Something's on my mind. Are you ready for me to express it? Quick little video, and this is really quick. You know, you're being hidden. Some of you don't realize that you're being hidden. See, there's very tough times going on right now. A lot of turmoil, chaos, calamities, stress, trauma, drama, you name it. It's all over the world. And a lot of you're at home, you're comfortable in your house, you got a little food, you got some blankets and warmth, and you got something to watch on TV. You're comfortable. You may be a little bored, you may be a little complacent, you may even be a little lonely. But what you don't realize is right now you're being hidden. You're away from a lot of people. You're not picking up the phone a lot. You're not making as many phone calls as you used to. And you know what the really big thing is? You're not even talking to a lot of the people that you used to talk to as much. You're kind of outgrowing them. And, you used to talk every day, 7 days a week, twice a day sometime, right? You just had these buddies, family, friends. You just talk to them all the time. Now you're just not talking as much. You're outgrowing them. You're growing stronger spiritually. You just don't recognize it. You're not complacent. You're at peace. You're more settled. You're a little bit more content than you realize. You don't need who you thought you needed. You don't need what you thought you needed. And you don't need to be where you thought you needed to be. And you don't need to be with who you thought you needed to be with. You don't need them. So right now you're sort of at home and away from everything, not much contact, not much communication. You're just sort of at home and just kind of in a hermit-like state. So if you see the hermit card as the thumbnail for this video, then you're gonna know why. I was actually resetting my decks the other day, and when I reset them, that card popped out for that deck. I think that's the Lucky Journey Tarot, and that hermit card popped out, and I'm picking all the cards up because sometimes they'll sort of fling everywhere. And I said, oh, let me get these cards up. But that one sort of stuck up in the deck. I still had some of the deck in my hand, and that one sort of stuck up. And I thought, okay, sort of pushing itself up. So all the other cards, there was a big stack of cards still left in my hand. And then there was that one just sort of pushed way to the left away from the others. And then when I went to reach for it to push it back in the deck to finish organizing the other ones, that one just seemed to fall out. I barely touched it, and before I touched it, it just sort of fell out. Just fell out. I said, okay, I think it fell on the table, and I looked at it. And it fell right straight down in front of me. And I thought, something about this card. As I looked at it, I just waited for the revelation. I knew there was a message in it. Here's the message. If you look at that card, the hermit has a dark blue coat on. And then you see all the beautiful gold stars all over the coat. If you look at the sky, it's dark blue and it has stars in the sky. Right? That coat is mimicking the sky. The hermit's coat mimics, that coat the hermit's wearing, it mimics the sky. It's mimicking the universe. It's mimicking the atmosphere, the heavens. That coat looks exactly like the heavens above. Why? Because the hermit is wearing a coat that looks like the universe because he's being cloaked. He's being hidden. He looks just like the universe in that coat. It's a message to say you're actually hidden by the universe. You're hidden by God. That's why the coat looks exactly like the sky. If you look at that card, you're not as lonely as you think you are. You're being hidden, set apart, kept away, in private. You're invisible. If you look at that coat, with the blue, the beautiful blue with the gold stars. It looks just like the sky above. Why? Because that means that the hermit technically is supposed to be, he's almost invisible, right? He's not part of the world that he's walking on. The coat says, no, it looks like us up here in the sky. So he's part of the universe. He's hidden. He's cloaked, unseen. And he won't be seen by those that are not supposed to see him. See, you're thinking that people may not like you as much. Some of you say, oh, I'm not that pretty. I'm not that smart. I'm not that talented. Oh, I'm just plain Jane. Oh, I'm boring. I don't have anything going on. I'm not, all that. No, that ain't it. You're far more amazing than you think you are. Okay? You're hidden. That cloak makes you invisible. You're the invisible man. That cloak makes the hermit invisible. He can't be seen right now. Okay? That's why that coat looks like the sky, because it's saying to us that that's what that coat is telling me that the hermit's wearing. He's being hidden. Hidden from what? Those that don't like him, those that don't appreciate him, those that don't respect him, those that seek to hurt him, those that seek to use him, abuse him, and throw him away. He's being hidden from those that the universe are not going to allow see him. When you get married, you usually wear white with a white veil over your face, right? That's usually what the bride wears. And there's a white veil over her face as she comes down the aisle. Why is she wearing a white veil over her face as she comes down the aisle? You want to know why? So that everybody sitting at the wedding can't see her face. She's hidden. That veil is supposed to veil her face from everybody sitting around her. So when she gets to the end of the aisle, after the groom has said their vows, right? After her and the groom have said their vows, after he said his vows, after he's promised to love her, after he's promised to care for her, right? After he's promised to be faithful, is everybody listening? After the groom has made promises to take care of what he's about to receive. Are y'all getting that? Only after he's made a vow to God and to you can he lift that veil to see what's under it. He can't lift that veil at the wedding until after he's made solemn promises to God and to you. Are y'all getting that? Then everybody sitting at the wedding could see your face. Then everyone could see what's under the veil, but not until promises were made. Not until that person has committed themselves to God, committed themselves to the universe, and committed themselves to you. You may kiss the bride. Then you can lift the veil and see what's up under it. Think of the bride as the hermit, walking down the aisle dressed in all white, right? White does cloak also. White has a very strong sort of cloaking vibe, right? Because it's very stark, okay? So it does have a very cloaking vibe. So you're being hidden, you're being cloaked, veiled, covered, says that hermit on that hermit card. The universe has blanketed you with its colors. It's blanketed you with its appearance. So those that are not for you cannot see you. Those that are not for you will not approach you, cannot see you, cannot have access to you. Okay? The only way they can is if you let them. Otherwise, they can't have you. They've got to be in alignment. Just like at a wedding, you've got to be in alignment with the universe, right? To touch what belongs to it. Okay? Are y'all getting that? I just wanted to drop that message to my people. You're being hermited right now, cloaked. You're being hidden from all those that mean you no good, from all those that have no good intentions even the past, those that have hurt you, harmed you, used you, people that don't, have a heart for you, that seek to hurt you. You're being cloaked and hidden from all those lions out there that want to devour you. So if you're walking around town and you feel like you're not noticed, nobody notices me. No, you're being hidden so that those that don't need to have access to you won't. You're being made invisible. Don't feel like you're being unseen. Don't feel like you're being ignored. No, you remember you're being hidden. Don't forget to relax, my viewers. Super T Sage Your Life, signing out.